Waste generation in Lagos is estimated at 0.7 kg per person, and this is expected to increase by 5% annually. Visionscape, remember them? They were here a few weeks ago. They recently refurbished and retrofitted 3 transfer loading stations and 3 maintenance depots, and is currently constructing Nigeria's first engineered landfill site to manage the waste disposed of by the 24 million residents in Lagos. In comparison to the state of New York, with 18.9 million residents as of December 2017, and has 167 permitted transfer stations and 399 registered transfer stations operating. Wow. So it's like we haven't even started.
We've not scratched it.
But you got to look at the size of New York State.
We're coming. We're coming.
You got to look
okay.
at that.
Now we have with us in the studio the SA to Governor Ambode on Cleaner Lagos Initiative, Engineer Adebola Shabi. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
And beside him is a representative of the Waste Operators Association, Mr. Afis Kasumu.
Good morning.
As well as on my right, the CEO of Visionscape Sanitation Solutions, Mr. John Irvin.
Good morning again.
Good morning. And thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
Let me begin with you, sir, since you are a familiar face on this matter.
I second home.
What is your current relationship with the PSPs, those guys over there?
We have a unreserved working coherent partnership. Under the CLI banner,
I can't read anything from his face.
under the CLI banner, we're here to deliver the ultimate project, which to ensure that Lagos is clean, that there's an infrastructure in place to manage waste generation, diversification and final disposal with a transparent process. And along with the WCOs and my fellow chairman across the table from me, we're in the process of delivering that goal.
Okay. Now, Mr. Shabi, Lagos officially gave the mandate to Visionscape to manage the development of waste management infrastructure in Lagos.
Yeah.
What deficits led Lagos State to bring them in?
You see, Lagos State was managing the landfills and also the transfer loading stations in the past. And as you can see, there's no way in the world government has anything to do with business. Government definitely have to provide an enabling environment for investors to come in. And it was advertised in the newspaper, August 2016, and they came in and they are here to build engineered sanitary landfill for us in the state. What we had in the past were just landfills. And the best international practice is there's nowhere in the world you're going to get landfills in the cities or on the highways or closer to the airport or closer to medical facilities or schools. But what we have today, Olusosun, Swallows, and other areas, they're in the cities. And what you said at the beginning, New York State, with a population of about 18.9 million, with about 167 transfer loading stations, you got to look at the size of New York State. The distance from New York City to the capital of New York State is about 9 hours. Albany is the capital of New York State. And the size of Lagos, the distance from the main city, Lagos, to Ekpe is not even up to 2 hours. From Lagos to Badagry is not even up to 2 hours, right? So we don't need up to 167 transfer loading stations. The maximum we need is between 10 to 15 transfer loading stations. We have, at the moment, 3 transfer loading stations, but we have also put in place 2 temporary transfer loading stations, one at Odaliki and one at in Mushin area. But we're looking for other sites. What transfer loading stations actually means is where the waste are being processed. And you have like material recovery facilities there where the recyclable is separated, but what gets to the landfills is the other aspect. That is what transfer loading stations are.
But Mr. Shabi, in fairness to Lagos State, Olusosun used to be the end of the world as far as Lagos was concerned in those days. It was really out of town because traveling on Ikorodu Road to Ikeja was like you were traveling to another city.
That was in the 60s, right? Olusosun, I mean, let me explain that place to you. I was born in Lagos, right? The Ikorodu Road, on the laterite used for Ikorodu Road construction was excavated from that area in the early 70s. But the government then did not try to cover that place up.
Okay.
So people started dumping waste there even before the government took over in 1992. Okay. So there's no way we can say this is the volume of waste we have at Olusosun, because people were dumping there immediately after the construction of Ikorodu Road.
Okay.
So I was going to, well, we'll get back to, maybe we'll discuss this another day, whether the government is going to excavate that and rework it. But
no, we know. Let me explain that to you. You see, we are conducting what we call the decommissioning study of that place. We have already showed that place. A decommissioning study is being done where the gases will be captured, all right? And that place, we're doing the capping with laterite and clay now. And there's going to be a membrane called a non-permeable membrane that we use to cover that place, so that nothing definitely is going to happen to anybody health-wise, environmental-wise, nothing at all. So the government is doing that now as I'm speaking with you.
Okay. Mr. Kasumu, tell us about your experience managing the waste in Lagos, even before and until Visionscape came. How has it been with you?
Well, thank you very much. It's been interesting because this is a trade, or I call it the business, which I have passion for. I started this in 1999, and within that period and now, it has been very, very interesting. Yeah, there are some challenges associated with that. Like Honorable Shabi said earlier on, collecting of waste is very easy, but transportation and disposing of the waste is where the challenges has been. And where we all grew up to know was the Olusosun dump site. And later came up the Solus. And as it is, it's been very interesting and challenging. And right now, with the amended 2017 environmental law, which brought in Visionscape to take charge of the domestic waste. When I mean domestic waste, the residential waste only. We have other segments of waste that are left for the operators to tap into.
So it's been good for you? So.
Yes, it's been good.
But at a certain time, all of you down tools.
Well, you see, when you have about 10 people, minimum of 10 people, you have about probably 3 or 4 people that have divergent views, and say, no, this is not the right way to go. On my own part and some other people, we deem it fit to look, we stopped from collecting domestic waste, but we're still in business because we have other waste to attend to. And if truly there's a law giving the collection of domestic waste to Visionscape, and we feel we have the capacity, and Visionscape have come with an olive branch and said, look, we are partners. I think the only thing that we're better off is probably the financial withal. And you have been on the field here in Lagos, you know the terrain, and we can tap from your experience. Why don't we come together and do this and partner in this? And we have accepted that. And ever since we have contract agreement between us, amongst the over 360 WCOs, over 170 have signed up with the Visionscape to partner with them. And we have since been doing that.
Okay.